and today I'm going to talk to you about the Sheild Tech Security STS-415 alarm system, which I have right here. Let me introduce you to the components. This is the main panel. We have a motion sensor, we have a keypad, non-lighted, we have the lighted keypad, a smoke alarm, a remote siren, a door and window sensor, a remote keychain, and an RFID tag. Now let me go into a little detail on some of these components. The alarm panel is nice. It has a good feel. The buttons are touch sensitive. You don't have to press. 4 status lights, 4 buttons to control it, the RFID swipe, a nice lighted dial. The remote keypads, both of them work. The problem for me was I was using the non-lighted one in a dark room, which made it a problem. We'd had to turn on a light before we could use it. With the lighted keypad, everything's nice and clear. It's got a battery backup. I haven't had this thing plugged in for a week and the battery's still full. Good thing. The keychain remote has a great feature where you slide this up and it covers the button so you don't press them accidentally, like happens to me with my car remote. The door and window sensors are nice and small. I've had other alarm systems I've looked at have an antenna sticking out of them, or the iSmart or the iSimple have these big huge door and window sensors. These are nice and small and each one has a panic button built into it. The RFID tags, you can program to do multiple features. When you swipe it,
disarm.
This one I have set to disarm. Another one I have set to, when I swipe it, it disarms and puts the alarm into stay mode. The remote siren has a big red light, and I got it to distract a would-be burglar so they don't look right away for the main panel. They'll be looking for this because it's flashing a red light and making a lot of noise. Stop. Let me show you some features about the panel. The touch buttons, the look of it, everything is nice. What I really like is each sensor has its own zone. And when a sensor is opened, the panel will tell you, right now, I don't know if you can see, it says F06. That's telling me zone 6 is open. At this point, if I try to put the alarm into away mode,
operation failed. Zone not ready. Close all doors and windows, then try again.
It will tell me that a zone is open. Now if I close the window that this goes to, the error goes away.
Disarmed. Please exit now.
And now I can leave.
Disarmed.
So I really like that feature. I have one on my shed, which is outside about 80 feet away, and it still works perfectly. So the distance is pretty good. The panel has a backup battery so that if the electricity goes out, the alarm will still work. Let's talk about expandability. They sell packages on their website, but you can also add on additional things like I did with the siren and the remote keypads and the smoke alarm. I ordered extra door and window sensors. I have 10 of them. The system supports up to 50. While this is a GSM alarm system, it will hook to your Wi-Fi with this device, which is called a Wi-Fi bridge. In another video, I will explain to you the do's, do nots, and oh don't you dare problems that exist with this device. It's a long drawn out story. Anyway, I did manage via Wi-Fi to get it to send me emails and text messages. Regardless, I did get it to work with my Wi-Fi to send me emails and text messages over the Wi-Fi to my cell phone, which is a convenient feature. I don't want it reporting an alarm yet to the police or sending me 100 text messages a day because I have it right now in trial mode. Let's talk about the web interface a little bit. This makes things much easier. You can program everything from the alarm panel, but believe me when I tell you, you don't want to spend your day doing that when you can do it this way. There are some things missing in here, but for the most part, everything is easier to do. You can set up, you can remote control the alarm, set up the password, you change your network settings, all your system options, such as entry delay, exit delay, door and window contact checking. It will automatically check things. the zone alarm time, etc. These are details we can get into in another review. The zone settings, such as a zone number and what type of zone it is. A delay means it will chime. You can turn the chimes off, but I prefer all my doors have a chime on them. Then there'll be a perimeter setting, which means it's a window and door sensor. There's a separate zone for fire sensing, a separate zone for gas sensing. Those will go off whether you have the alarm set or not. That's a nice feature. You can configure the RFID tags, look at the event log. Here's the alert settings, will tell you what you want to be contacted with. Do you want to get an email when somebody sets the alarm? Do you want to get an email when somebody disarms it? Do you want to get an email when a door and window sensor fail? There's lots of configuration in here, which is nice. The home automation, something they're currently working on, but it's in the process. And then the email settings. So for the most part, I really like the web interface. It made it a lot easier to add all my window sensors and remote panels. The downside is it does not work on everything. There are some features you have to program in the alarm panel whether you like it or not. While I am overall happy with this alarm system, I do have some things I don't like. As I discussed earlier, there's some features missing on the web interface. Most people won't even notice it. I will. There's things I want to set that I cannot, that I'd have to do from the panel, which are kind of complicated. The motion sensors, I have one motion sensor that works great. I have one motion sensor that seems kind of finicky. It could just be the motion sensor I got, but I don't know. The remote siren is not as loud as I think it should be. This comes with a little siren that connects to the back of it wiring, and it is much louder than the remote siren. As I said, my purpose for the remote siren was to distract the thief from trying to find the main panel. Therefore, I have added wire to my remote siren so that it's nowhere near the main panel. This device, the Wi-Fi bridge from Vonets, allow me to tell you to be very, very careful to look with a magnifying glass at the instructions that come with it. In teeny tiny 3-point print, they tell you do not have power, external power connected to this while both the USB and Ethernet are plugged into your laptop. I fried my $1,000 Lenovo laptop, killed it dead by doing that. But be very careful of that. Another thing I'm not very happy with is the cord lengths on the devices. The remote siren, the cord length is less than 3 feet. The cord length for the main panel is a little over 3 feet. Wire's cheap. I'd rather pay $5 extra for the alarm and get some more cord. The no sticky tape. It does not come with sticky tape. What it comes with are anchors and screws. Now I don't know about you, but I'm not thrilled about drilling holes in my brand new vinyl windows or my $1,000 storm door. So what I did to solve that problem is I used a product I use for a lot of things called a U-glue. These are very thin little pads you can cut to size. They're not as thick as double-sided tape, and they're very sticky, and they come off. Not easily, but they do come off, unlike double-sided tape. It's more like a sticky substance you can roll off. So this is a great hint for putting it up. The tech support has been a little hit or miss. At first it was great. Then I hit a weak spot, and they've been great again. They're a small company, just starting out, so I'm trying to be a little flexible here. However, they've been very open to my thoughts and suggestions for changes and possible modifications to the way it works, so I'll give them kudos there. Issues with the device. Without Wi-Fi connection or a GSM SIM card, no matter what you do, it won't save the time. Due to a bug in the software, every time you set the time, when you save it, the device resets itself and forgets the time. It'll go back to 8 a.m. The other thing is the Android app. The Android app, when you're on the same Wi-Fi network, works great. Has all the features of the web interface. The issue comes when you go out of the Wi-Fi network. If you're not using GSM, even with port forwarding active, there's no way I can get it to work. However, I've talked to them about it. It's something they're looking into fixing. In the end, am I happy with the alarm system? Yes. Does it have room for improvement? Yes. But for me, everything I buy has room for improvement. So while my needs may not be the same as yours, you may be totally happy with it. They're an American company. I like the fact that they're American. They answer the phone. I can understand them. I'm not calling China and trying to decipher what they're saying at the other end of the phone. And being a self-employed person myself, I'm all for entrepreneurship in the United States. Therefore, I'm willing to tolerate a few things I might not be able to someplace else. Overall, I'd give the alarm an 8, maybe an 8.5 out of 10. Still room for improvement. They're working on it. They are adding features to it. Adding a little home improvement to it would be fantastic. I'm Rich. If you got any comments about the review, put them below. I'll try and answer anything I can. Thanks.